1990s, I was among the first that Betty approached as an alumnus of Sacred Hearts Academy, or alumna as they would call it. And I was asked to join the very first lay board of managers for Sacred Hearts Academy. If you could envision managing a student body of over 1,000 students, as I sat on the board and confronted the issues that came before it, there was never any problem too small or too complex, and she used her skill and grace to solve things expeditiously and so effectively. Whenever I come across a really difficult question, my go-to person is always Betty, and for several reasons. One, she's always a very sympathetic ear. Two, she has perfect 20/20 vision when it comes time to identifying the issue. And then lastly, something that's so rare in this day and age is she speaks truth to power. And I know it's a hackneyed phrase, but it really does apply to Betty's engagement of others, whether you're a professional, a parent, or a student. Betty has not only fostered 1, 2, but I believe about 7 recipients among her faculty of outstanding teachers awarded by the White House. So if you can imagine, these are teachers who are competing nationally, and yet they rise to the top because it's Betty's unique management style to foster such excellence in teaching. So I think that will be her largest legacy, would be to having raised the bar for the teaching faculty and for the kids who are learning there. Betty, you are the incomparable Betty White, and you have given so much of your time and family life to Sacred Hearts Academy, close to 50 years. And I really echo the comments of everyone you have touched across the board, how grateful we are to have had you in our lives, both as a friend, counselor, and a dear colleague. So Betty, congratulations for your many contributions to the Academy, to the community at large, and to each of your mentees. Godspeed.
I first met Mrs. White when I first moved here to Sacred Hearts. My mom works here, so when she moved here as a faculty member, I met Mrs. White for the first time. I remember when I was planning the project to start a robotics program in the Philippines, she was very adamant and very encouraging of the project, even if it was such a great risk. Here at Sacred Hearts, we have the Science and STEM Symposium, which is open to the whole state of Hawaii, which really encourages women to enter a STEM field, which is something they might have not considered before. I think Mrs. White's legacy here in Hawaii will be that she has empowered women, especially students like me, to pursue STEM fields. Mrs. White, thank you so much for the hard work and determination that you've put in all these years as our principal or even as a teacher. Thank you for your hard work and your care and kindness towards us.
Betty White came in the middle of the school year, 1972. I was head of the math department and working as vice principal of the school student council. So of course we all wanted to know this new beautiful young teacher who just came off in the middle of the school year, and this was our first exposure to Betty. She and her husband Emmett came by that day. Now the first thing we noticed is she had a great, what shall I say, accent, which she never lost. So 5 o'clock in the morning I would be walking to school and checking out the little corners to see anybody around here. I would be walking around and there was one car in the parking lot in the front of the school. It was Betty's. She was up in her office at 5 in the morning working. Talk about work ethic, determination. I'd say, look at that. The rest of the school was closed, but there was Betty sitting in her office working at 5 o'clock in the morning. I used to say, Betty, what are you doing here so early? Emails, getting her things ready for the day, getting the activities set up, and so on. So that work ethic is very inspiring to me. She has been a consummate educator all these years. she's leaving a mark on our islands and all the school and all our young ladies. So on behalf of all the sisters, I just want to tell you how proud we are of what you've done for our school. We have enjoyed your presence with us, and we've been very proud of where you've brought the school all these years. Sometimes it's been very challenging for you, we know, but we are so proud of what you've done. And we ask you, as you move on to your retirement years, to enjoy yourself, enjoy it with your husband Emmett, and with your children and grandchildren, and know that you can always count on the sisters for our support and our prayers for you. Just have a wonderful retirement, and we send you the blessings in the hearts of Jesus and Mary. So thank you again, Betty. God bless.